Hey everyone, Ben from Living Survival, and let's continue on with the best of 2016. So in the last few weeks, I've been doing a few best of products. Now, I'm obviously not going to hit every category. I'm just trying to highlight the products that I use the most and the products that I feel are probably the best in that category. I do review a lot of gear, and I research that gear and I use that gear before I recommend it to you. So just because something is the best for me, in my opinion, doesn't necessarily make it the best for you. Again, it's just what I use most in my everyday carry, in my everyday use, and what I find myself going back to. So for power banks, that would be none other than the Anker power banks. Now, I've reviewed a few other brands of USB battery banks on the channel, and I do feel that those are quality items as well. But again, I keep going back to the Ankers, and it is what I use most. I really like the OmniCharge that we looked at previously with the AC plug. I think that's a great product. That was my best survival gadget of 2016, and I can't wait for their Pro model to come out with even higher milliamp hours and more functionality. But again, for your basic use, for your everyday use, I really don't think you can beat the Ankers. So a few reasons why these are a step above the rest. One would be durability for sure. Now, I've dropped these. I've had these out in the cold. I've had these out in the rain, and I use them every single day. I don't use a wall charger to charge my cell phone or any other USB device. I simply keep one of these larger ones charged, and I charge my phone off of that. It gives you the capability of having your phone with you wherever you go throughout the house. And for somebody like me that is constantly having to check in with social media and do things like these videos and reply to comments and emails and things like that, having my phone untethered from the wall is a big plus. I also have one in the vehicle. I keep it plugged into my cigarette lighter, therefore I have backup power whenever I need it. If the battery on my car dies, if my car won't start or something like that, I know that I will have a backup charge for my phone, for example, with that battery bank, and it's constantly charging. So those two things alone show how durable these are and how long lasting they are, since I've never had one fail and never had to replace one. Now, Anker offers these in several different models and in all different sizes or in all different capacities. The three I have here are their PowerCores. They're the ones I like most. They've got kind of this matte finish on them. Again, they've gotten scratched, they've gotten banged, and they still look in really good condition. I have a, let's see, this one's a 20,000 milliamp. So I use this one most often in my pack or in my car. This one pretty much stays at home. This is the largest. This is actually the largest that they make. This is the 26,800, and we're going to talk a little bit more about this one in a moment. And then you have this little guy here. This works great for using with a GoPro, for example, or action camera. I know Chris Tanner did a video on his channel showing how he hooks this up to a tripod, which I thought was a genius idea, and then he just keeps it plugged in for constant power to his GoPro. So you could certainly use a small little battery bank like this for something like that. I also take this with me when I go hiking and backpacking because it is the smallest, it's the lightest, and it gets me more than a couple days worth of juice to power up my cell phone when I'm out on the trail. All three of these are micro USB, so they charge using a simple micro USB cable, which is great. That's sort of the universal cable that I carry around with me. You can also get these in USB-C, and you can also get these in Qualcomm 2.0 and 3.0. Since I have an iPhone, I don't really have any need for the Qualcomm quick charge, but if you have a Samsung or another device that supports the Qualcomm, you can certainly get the Anker battery packs that have that quick charge capability. So speaking of charging, the new 26,800 milliamp PowerCore from Anker actually has two inputs on it, and what that allows you to do is it allows you to plug in two separate USB cables from a source like this Anker dock here, which you can keep plugged into the wall. I use one of these and I plug it into the wall at my house. It's always there, and so at night or whenever one of these runs out, I can plug it right into the USB source and then keep these always charged. And again, I do that so that I have the charge here so that I can charge my other devices without having to tether to the wall. I can take it with me on the go if I need to and just throw everything in my pack, and it's still charging. So with the new 26,800, you can throw two outputs from this and then two inputs into here, and you're charging in half the time. So that's really cool as well. It's a big battery bank. And then of course with the larger battery banks, you also get more ports. So this one has 3 ports. The smaller 20,000 here has 2 ports, and then the smallest one I have has 1 port. So that's something to consider too when you're looking over the different models. Finally, another bonus for the Anker PowerCores is that they use the Panasonic NCR 18650B batteries. These are my favorite 18650 batteries. They're probably the best that you can buy. I buy these for my flashlights. I buy these for any other 18650 device, and that is what is powering these battery banks. Price-wise, they are a little bit more expensive. That's why I showed a few other brands on the channel that I do believe still do the trick. But if you're looking for something that's going to be long-lasting, very durable, and again, take the best cells that you can get, look no further than the Anker PowerCores. Again, they come in all different capacities, different number of USB ports, and then again, you can get those technologies like Qualcomm 3.0 and the USB-C if that's something you're looking for. So the Anker USB battery banks are my choice for the best battery banks of 2016. Again, it's my opinion. Your opinion might be different based on your individual needs, but I hope you enjoyed the video anyway. I hope you give it a big thumbs up for me. Make sure you leave me a comment below on what you think. I'm also going to put a link to Amazon where you can find the PowerCores from Anker. Again, I hope you share this video to your friends and family on your social media. Everything that I'm showing in my best of series this month would make a great holiday item for sure. And as always, if you haven't already done so, please click that red subscribe button and subscribe for more videos.